4? For Kadeen! For Kadeen!
Not a moment too soon. The fever is taking hold, and her temperature is rising. Once I administer the potion, we should start seeing results. This recipe you can use to help your allies, and also use it against the remnants. It's a cure for men and mare, but poison to the undead. Dip your arrows in it, or apply it to your weapons, and it will bring them instant death. No need. Healing your friend from the malaise is thanks enough. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have work to do. Sit. I'll concoct the potion. I know you might have many questions. But you have probably guessed. I'm a soothsayer. Which, if you like, I have myself spent many years a slave, so saving your friend is of vital importance to me. I have had many dreams and visions of possible permutations of the future for this world. Some are good outcomes, but by far most are not. I kind of look at it as having a gift, of course for good, but the path has been long and hard. My partner and I moved out here as we needed to be closer to the natural world. We had a child, and lived out here in isolation for many years. Then on my son's 18th birth year, he didn't come home. My partner returned to the heavens a few years later. I had a shrine made, just so I had a place to be able to remain close to them both. It was then, one night I heard commotion from the forest, and it was coming from the direction of my son's last known location. I followed the sound, screams in a tongue I had not heard before. It was then I came across the slaughter. Remnants, like you had killed in the forest, many of them lying dead in the foliage. I saw a trail of blood leading away from the scene. It led to a small cave near the ridge on a rocky outcrop. Then I saw it. A werewolf. I remained hidden until the light of day, expecting a man to emerge, but it was still in wolf form. The only times this occurs is if the creature had been afflicted in some way. It left the cave and disappeared into the forest. I took my chance and entered its lair, just bones, animal mainly. I was relieved, because I was looking for a gold ring we had gifted to my son on his 18th birth year, and it was nowhere to be found. But of course, maybe that's wishful thinking on my part. I cannot bear to think that my child had been a victim of that monster, and had met with such a grisly death. I gathered my senses and left, but I have never to this day been bothered by the beast. Like its kind and all the beasts of the forest, they usually keep a respectful distance. Now then, enough talk. The potion's ready. Come on, baby girl, that's it. Take the potion. Yes, just a little more. There, that's a good girl. What good would that do? What was done is done. Would I kill the beast if it was a saber cat or snow bear? It must be a tormented soul. Not even the Akavir returned to this part of the island. When I found the remnants you slayed in the undergrowth, I was surprised they even ventured this far south. But then, they must have had a very special reason. Saving your friend's life is reward enough.
No. No. Stop. No! Get away! Get away. Leave him alone. Dad!
Ah, the potion is working as I thought it would. Shh, shh. Baby girl, everything is going to be all right.
Dragonborn! Dragonborn. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Kitaira! Don't go down into the valley. No!
Oh, sweetheart, shh. The Dragonborn is here, waiting. Shh, shh. She's settled down now. Her temperature is falling. Tomorrow she should be fine. Your company is payment enough for a lonely old crone. It's been my pleasure. All in good time, dragon child. All in good time. Now, why don't you sit by Rigmor's side and watch over her, so the first thing she sees when she wakes up is her guardian protector by her side.
So you spent many years as a slave. How did you deal with it? How did you make it through?
Easy. If someone got my back up, I would kick them in the cobblers.
Yeah, they couldn't hold me down either. But it didn't prepare me for the cruelty that would eventually happen to me.
Don't feel sorry for yourself, Rigmor. Pull your shoulders back and keep your head high. Don't let them see weakness. It only adds flames to the fire of their vindictiveness. You must dominate them through your confidence. A half-hearted thrust from the enemy is their demise.
You sound like my dad.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Oh hey, he's awake.
As you can see, Dragon Child, Rigmor has made a full recovery, and my word, some of the things she has told me about you.
Allie.
Just remember, 1 small deer antler, 3 bloodwort, and 1 Namira's rot. That was my lunch.
Oh the gods. I don't suppose there's a recipe to make my hair grow overnight. Pfft.
Actually, there is.
What?
Its last length before it was cut. You need 2 ingredients. The heart of a werewolf, as the adrenaline extracted from its blood gives you the acceleration required for growth.
And the other?
A lock of hair from the person wanting to restore the length by drinking the hair tonic.
Ah, that sucks. Oh well, it's good to know though. Right, Dragonborn? What? That bitch! You never said... And you kept it? No, Dragonborn, a werewolf? It's too dangerous. We've wasted enough time as it is. Sure, I want my hair back, but it'll grow in time. Please don't kill the poor werewolf. I mean, it's not like its life isn't bad enough without losing it over a hair tonic. Do what you feel you have to do, Dragonborn. I'm okay either way.
Only you can decide. But is it worth the risk and another's life, no matter how foul the beast? You're right. It's for the best.
For? Wood? Nakast! Wood? Nakast! Wood? Nakast! Wood? Nakast!
Oi, what the hell do you think you're doing? Did that old crone send you out here to kill me? Well, you tell her I had nothing to do with her kid's death. And she can keep her nose out of my business. So, what are you here for? So you came all the way out here to kill me for a hair tonic? Dragon blood, eh? A worthy opponent for a change. So, now you need to decide whether to kill me, or take a seat so we can talk.
Force? Brother!
Well, you tell her I had... So you came all the way out here to... Then be my guest. Help yourself to a beer. My name's Davinius, but people called me Dave. I grew up in Cyrodiil, Coral to be exact. My parents did their best to raise me right, but I ended up in the wrong crowd. Did a bit of this, bit of that, ended up in Skyrim, and that's when I got bitten. After I had turned a couple of times, I knew I had to get away from civilization. I didn't want to hurt anyone, and had no control over the beast inside me. I stole a sailing boat from Solitude Docks and ran aground here. Perfect, so I thought. An almost uninhabited island where I could do no harm. I've been out here for years now. Plenty of elk and deer, rabbits. Ships run aground on the rocks from time to time, and I salvage the wrecks. Yeah, those Akaviri dogs. It all happened by accident. I was having one of my turns, as you do, and ran into a patrol of them. Maybe they were pathfinders scouting the island out, but they've been coming here to look around for a couple of years now. Only the gods know why. I can only remember some kind of red mist, and when I awoke, or came round if you like, I was stuck in wolf form, but with the complete control of a sentient human being. I've been like this ever since. In a way, it's kind of like a blessing. If people come here sniffing around, I can just hide until they are gone. She came snooping around looking for her son. Nothing to do with me, Dragonblood. Only the gods know the truth. It all started many years back. She would come out here to the ridge, calling out his name. So I guessed something was up. After some time, she stopped coming. Then when the Akavir arrived a couple of years back, she was back. Only the once like. She found my cave. I hid and watched her leave. That was the last human contact I have had. I knew someone was coming up here, but I know I hadn't killed anyone. I saw him once or twice, from a distance. The name the crone called out was some weird language, some ancient dialect. I can't remember what it was now. The gods only know what he was doing all the way up here, but as the gods are my witness, I never harmed him. Yeah, I love it here. Your hair tonic, friend? Your friend must be very special for you to come here to take on a werewolf. One moment. Here, take this vial of my blood. Maybe the old crone can get what she wants from this. All I want in return is that you put in a good word for me at the village, and come back and visit me someday. Hey, now that's something I can look forward to. We can make a huge bonfire on the beach and get absolutely shit-faced. Me, you, and your friend, if you like. Now, you'd better go. Your friend might be getting worried. Just tell them they have nothing to worry about. And if they like, send someone up to trade goods. I can provide elk and deer skins, rabbit skins and meat. No wolves, though. I'll trade them for provisions and beer.